here, or get, well, wrong way camera, get up into the main base. So very easy for Zerg to kind of hold the line and establish this as their main area of conflict. Graven is doing a good job of spreading his creep down towards the middle of the map. That'll definitely let him get towards Teraldent's base a lot quicker. And let's check out Teraldent's base here. It looks like he is continuing to macro up as Graven is. He does have one Colossus, a couple cannons guarding his ramp. He did finally break that pylon down, so he is able to leave his base with his units, as he is continuing to produce more Colossi. And it is something that you will see some players do. You'll see them build up a second pylon here and just cannon up and air rush, or go blank stalkers with Colossi. But I will leave that for you to experiment with. It looks like the players are going to go ahead and engage here. Teraldent probably should have waited till he had the second Colossus, because there is a sizable Hydralis force here, as well as some Queen backup. Might be transfusing a unit or two. Not too sure how this fight is going to go down. These Zealots did get trapped back here, so they were not able to effectively take a lot of the damage for the Stalkers. As you can see here, a lot of these Stalkers are at half health, or even, actually this one has 8 health. So 8 is definitely a lot less than half. And, yeah, it looks like Teraldent is going to go ahead and push back the Zerg forces just a little bit. However, Graven was smart, did decide to go ahead and field some Roaches, which are very good at taking out the Colossus here. This Colossus was microed very well to get back in retreat, able to do some more damage, taking out these drones, doing a very good job at that, while these two Stalkers here were champs. Unfortunately, one of them did die a horrible death, as these Hydras do retreat to the high ground to try to get out of the range of the Colossus and, try to bait up Teraldent a little bit more. The more he is able to keep Teraldent moving around, the less damage Teraldent is able to do. So he is going to go ahead and continue to just pretty much do some light damage here, taking out a couple Zerglings, kind of establishing himself a place on the ramp. Good move, although these Stalkers were caught out of place just a little bit, and these Zerglings were able to get in and subdue some damage. Hydras are going to go ahead and retreat. And really, at this point, this attack is just about over. I mean, there's only so much that Teraldent can do that with 2 Stalkers inside of the base, which, still largely remains undamaged. This natural expansion did lose all of its drones. However, Teraldent was not able to get up into the main base to do any sort of real damage here, as these drones are actually being transferred down since this mineral patch is very low. Good move by Graven. And definitely was a smart idea to bring out those Roaches as well. I think that definitely switched it in his favor. So he is going to go ahead and looks like he's going to try to expand just a little bit more here. Try to maintain his... looks like right now I would actually say he's pretty much dominating in terms of economy. Graven, well, I'm sorry, in terms of economic potential, since he was not able to mine out from all those bases at once. But he is going to go ahead and switch over that now. Teraldent is getting behind on the economy here, even though Zerg generally do have to expand early to kind of keep up, and that's, of course, an arguable point, as you've probably seen on Team Liquid. The Teraldent is going to go ahead and push up here, although at this point Graven does have an advantage, especially with production. Teraldent is going to go ahead and try to take out that advantage. Unfortunately, at this point, Graven does have enough units to really establish dominance on this half of the map. Teraldent not really fielding enough units in that attack to affect any major damage. This Queen might... Oh, wow, that Queen is super lucky. Managed to live with 6 health. As Teraldent is just kind of trickling in here, with the units. He did do a 2-prong attack to draw away Graven's forces from his natural expansion, where a majority of the drones are. However, Terra was not able to take full advantage of that and was held off by the Queen until Graven did push back the forces down at the secondary expansion. It looks like he did try to put a proxy pylon here. Unfortunately, it was a little bit too late. If Teraldent had put a proxy pylon here earlier, he would have been able to effectively reinforce his initial attack a lot sooner and really be able to maintain the pressure that he would have needed to take out, what is now Graven's obvious economic and production advantage here. So as the players do continue, it looks like they're going to go ahead and just sit up and macro in their base some more. Not really too much going on. This Overlord taking one for the team, splattering all over that statue. And yeah, like I said, I've just been really excited about this. I'm so happy it finally came out. I almost didn't believe it, especially in the midnight release. I think it hit me when I was about 3 feet away from getting my copy that, StarCraft 2 is finally out, because we've all been waiting for so freaking long for this game to come out. And finally, it is out, and I've been playing it nonstop. You've probably been playing it pretty close to nonstop, or nonstop too. So good times are had, as there is another encounter. Graven was able to push down into Teraldent's base, where Teraldent did do some good micro, retreated back to the cannons to get that extra damage. However, at this point, I'm not really sure that it's going to be enough for Teraldent to hold off another attack, especially if Graven is able to maintain the consistent pressure that unfortunately his opponent was not able to really maintain. Graven, like I said, this is really where the creep spread is going to come into play here, as he will be able to reinforce these units very quickly across the map. And we'll just have to see what happens here. Like I said, both players are just going to macro up and get ready for the battle, which is soon to take place here, as Teraldent is going to go ahead and move out. He does have one Immortal, which is definitely good versus the Roach, as I would actually say that's pretty much just going to make the Roaches explode. However, the problem is he doesn't have enough to counter that many Roaches. So Teraldent is going to move in, try to take out this expansion. However, he might regret doing this, because now if these forces come in, which it looks like they would be a little bit out of position. However, Graven is going to go ahead and come in and just decimate these forces. He was able to catch Teraldent's forces stretched out like this and get his concave, so just decimated Teraldent's forces. Even with the Immortal and the Colossus, just not enough units to really do the damage that needed to be done at this point, as I do have a little bit of lag here, and we'll just blame this Overseer because he's sitting here and he's looking pretty suspicious. Graven's going to go ahead and move out. And excuse me, sorry, I'm dying today. Gonna move out, probably take some damage to Teraldent, knock on his doorstep, say, hey, what's up? I heard you like attacking, so I'm gonna do it to you and eat your face, which is what is gonna happen right here, as Graven does take out the pylon that is powering these cannons. Cannon's now completely worthless. Overseer sitting here saying, what's up? How's it going? I'm in your base, rocking it. And at this point, Teraldent is not really able to field the units that he needs to counter this attack, as even though he does have this one Immortal, it is just not enough to counter all of these Hydras sitting here at the ramp of his base, taking out the expansion, which is really his only source of income at this point, as Teraldent was not able to expand and get a third base up. Probes running for their life, however, is to no avail, as this game is pretty much over. There is the GG from Teraldent. And like I said, it looks like here he even admits that he's not, or that he doesn't know, but that he just wasn't able to field the units that he needed to field to counter this quantity of Roach and Hydra. Definitely a good call on the unit composition. However, like I said, it just was not enough, as Graven does seal the deal, coming up in here trying to kill the few units that are defending the base. Like I said, this is a GG from Teraldent. So if you can, go ahead and check out their website, team-arena.org. And also check out Husky and HD's website, which I'm sure if you found my channel, you probably know about already. But their website is www.starcraftarena.net. Lots of cool players on there, lots of cool replays, good maps, and definitely some other commentaries on there as well, from yours truly and other players as well. And as this game does wrap up here, I'm just going to go ahead and say I do have a couple more 1v1s that I'm going to go ahead and cast here in the near future. Like I said, I've got that one Zerg versus Terran. Got another game actually from a high-level player that I'm going to start casting. I'm actually going to start working on getting a couple games from some high-level players now that I'm a little bit more comfortable with the commentarying, wow, inventing words here as I go along. A little bit more comfortable with the commentating experience, what you need to do, etc. So, like I said, I'm going to look into expanding a little bit higher games. This game here was actually a Platinum matchup versus the two players. And that's pretty much just going to wrap it up, and I will see you guys later.